back in the cup, add it up, add it up. Put my
final Brockhampton review for the year with Saturation 3. I want to keep this short, but I'll probably have a lot to say, so just bear with me here. On Saturation 3, some of the nuttiest songs, like the saxophone-filled, frantic hip house track, Boogie.
Best boy band since One Direction, making niggas itch like a skin infection.
Which kicks the album off with a whole bunch of short but punchy verses from each of the members showing how far they've come.
Right next on the chiropractor. Come on down, you know I gotcha. Real shit feeling saturated. Realize it's my fuck the hater.
Willy. But yeah, that frantic track really just kicks things off. From then on, this album flows extremely well. Like, just the transition from track to track to track is so smooth. Even the interludes feel less tacked on and more like actual, like, beautiful, gorgeous transitions in between tracks. The dialogue in Spanish is actually backed up by some pretty gorgeous strings or horns. It's really nice. But in terms of the full-length songs, Brockhampton do not disappoint, with tracks like Bleach, the very summery, Bon Iver-esque hook.
Ooh, got the feeling, tell me why I cry when I feel it, tell me why.
Which makes my heart just melt. And then you have tracks like the very booming and confronting Sister that absolutely just pummels you.
For myself, getting better by the fucking minute. Never when my mama always had to say the minute.
In fact, on that track in particular, each member seems to be exposing themselves or revealing themselves a little bit more. From Joba to Kevin Abstract to Matt Champion to pretty much everyone, to be honest. Even like members like Bareface have a bit more exposure on this album other than just the final track, which I think is really cool. I think it's great that Brockhampton are like revealing a lot more about themselves with each album as it goes on. I think that's awesome. Other highlights include the beat switch on Alaska towards the very end, absolutely beautiful again. The nutty instrumentals on Zipper and Stupid that absolutely just sound like very demented circus type beats. I can't quite describe it myself, but they do sound very nutty.
Pretty sure I'm maniacal, but what do I know? I don't know. All I know is what I see through my monocle.
And I actually really like how laid back and chilled Stains is. I just love how Amir rides the flow at the beginning. It's like you're in the car just chilling, driving along the road, just one arm on the steering wheel, safely that is. You've got to keep your eyes on the road.
I spent like a year and a half on a Greyhound bus on the way to see this girl. Take a flight back just to keep my job.
This album is really nice. It's very melodic. It's very beautiful. It's got some of the most gorgeous production yet, and I can't stress how much I loved it. From beginning to end, it flows so well, and I couldn't be happier about it. The entire album ends off with the track Team, a very long but beautiful, soulful, shimmering track. Every track ends off with like that electric guitar, little ballad at the end. What happens here is just a little pop of shoegaze, and then Team loops back into Heat from the first Saturation, which I thought was a really nice touch. Haven't got that much to say, honestly. Oh, I've got to shout out HOTTIE. The beat on that thing sounds like really summery and like a flower blossoming. Rental gets a little bit repetitive, but not too much. It's just the hook. Strapped to my head. But it's still catchy. It still gets stuck in my head, you know. Liquid is also another personal one. You know, there are a lot of highlights on this thing, and the whole thing is just one big highlight. I'm gonna give this album a very frantic 8 out of 10 because my iPad is running out of space and I want to conserve space. There we go. I'm gonna, yeah.